We've completed the project, but it's time to reopen the files. Welcome to Future You Files, our cozy archive of becoming the version of ourselves we've always pictured. So I've been seeing online that September is like New Year's Day for the fall girlies, and we're really taking that seriously. It's time to lock in. It is time to lock in. This video is a reset and realign for me, and I'm hoping that it is that way for you as well. We're just picking one thing this season to really hone in on and establish before 2026. September is definitely not the start of Q4, but it truly does feel like it because everyone goes back to school. It's like a shift in the atmosphere. Everybody is like on this, we have to be productive now, get into productivity mode. But then there's people like me who have been productive all year long, and the fall is the time to just like be cozy, and we're doing productive things while we're being cozy. I have found myself getting off of my routines that I've set, the things that I've even said to you guys that I was doing, I have just like fallen off of. And instead of beating myself up or starting all the way over, I want to realign. And that's what the rest of this year is going to be for me, is just realigning with my vision for my life and for my business and for how I want to live now. And I think that it's going to be a beautiful journey, but I want to take you guys on this journey with me and invite you guys to walk it out with me, because it's not just me that feels this way. I can almost guarantee that it's not. So I want you guys to grab a coffee, grab a drink, and come and like just sit and chat with me. So just hold on for all the cozy vibes. Okay, so you know I had to pull out the Future You Project notebook because this is where we're getting our cozy habit out of. If you have not seen the podcast episode or the little short video I did on TikTok, I'm going to insert the TikTok here. I'm sorry, but you won't get to your dream life without creating little habits. Hi, I'm Michaela, and this is part 3 of the Future You Project, where we are building our dream life without burning out. We have to understand that small habits lead to big changes. And in this series, we've already created our goals, we've already created our why, but the real way we're going to get there is through our habits. So we're going to look at our habits like a balanced plate. A balanced plate has protein, grains, and veggies, which will equal to our plate, which is supportive habits, expansive habits, and intentional habits. So I hope you have your notebooks ready because I'm about to give you some tea. Our supportive habits are our protein. According to Google, protein is a building block for muscles, bones, skin, and blood. Basically everything that keeps us functioning. So that's what our supportive habits are going to do. These are habits that have to deal with our nervous system, our health, our sleep, etc. All the things that are very necessary to our well-being. Expansive habits is our grain. My favorite part of the meal 9 times out of 10. Grains have sneaky benefits like fiber, vitamins, minerals. So that's what our expansive habits are also going to do. This is where your creative habits come into play. Your growth habits, what you like to learn, what excites you. These are the habits that you're going to add into your daily routine. Lastly are our intentional habits that also equal to vegetables. Just like vegetables, these aren't things that we're reaching for just because. You know you have to eat vegetables because you know there's good benefits to them, but it's not always our first choice. Side note, did you know that vegetables are supposed to take up half your plate and be the biggest portion of your meal? Yeah, I just found that out too. Intentional habits are things that you do with your time, your money, your career, your family. These are things that you do intentionally to make sure that the health of your finances, the health of your career, the health of your family are all good to go. These things may not always be what you want to do in the moment, but they are something that will always benefit you in the future. If you want more, you can dive in a little bit deeper with me on my podcast episode where I dive into each one of these habits even deeper than I did just now. And I will link the whole episode below so you can listen to that. But we made an entire Future You Habits page. We wrote an entire cozy habit menu, and hello, have I been doing this? No. Have I been trying? Kind of. That's why we're here, because we're just picking one. We're picking one to go into the season. Fall is my absolute favorite season. If I'm stuck trying to reach all these goals before the end of the year or start all these habits and expect to have an established habit or an established routine or an established anything by 2026, that's not going to happen because I'm not putting all of my focus in it. So what I'm doing is taking one of the habits that I wrote down in my cozy habit menu, and I am going to soar with that. I'm going to establish that so that way in 2026 I don't have to worry about it and I can pick another one to start. So I'm picking out of my supportive habits, and that one is to have a good morning and evening routine. I'm choosing to protect my routines because this is the foundation of everything. This is what starts your day well and ends your day well. It is like literally the foundation. I can't even think of any other word. It is what anchors you. And when you wake up and you have a good morning, 9 times out of 10, you're going to have a good day. And it starts with the night before. It starts with being prepared the night before. I've been struggling a lot because I want to be an early bird. I truly do. But then I've been going to bed so late, and like, what is that? You can't be an early bird and a night owl at the same time. You're tired, you're not full of rest, and you get burnt out easily. And we all know how I feel about burnout. Okay, we don't even have to talk about it. If you're watching this, if you found this, you're probably on the same page. Like, burnout, you just don't want it. You don't like it. I'm setting that foundation. And before, I would like set time limits on everything, and I would be like, I have a 3-hour window. I'm gonna fill the first hour with this, and the second hour with this, and the third hour with this. And though it felt nice to just know like what you were doing at what time, I feel like honestly, it kind of burned me out. Hot take, I know. But I just think that being able to say, here's my 3 hours, and I'm going to fill it with what I know is going to fill me up, and not try to add a bunch of extra things into it just because I feel like I have to. Like, a priority of mine, which I've talked about a lot on this channel, is definitely spending time with God and praying and reading my Bible. That's just like a huge priority for me, because I feel like when I don't do that, I'm not as anchored in my day. But then I would just like, after that, fill it with like, okay, I have to work out. Like, what workout can I do? Or like, I have to make a good breakfast, and I have to do this and I have to do that. And while all those things are good, I felt like I was burning myself out trying to be perfect in that and like fit it in a time schedule. So I made my morning super easy. I picked 2 things that I want to get done, and one of them is praying and spending time with God and going on a walk. Once I finish those 2 things, if I want to like watch a show while I cook breakfast, or listen to music, or do a hobby, play a video game, if I want to start work early, I will do those things. My routine just has to start simple. We're making it simple, okay? Then for my night routine, I made that super simple as well. I'm like 30-minute bedtime. I don't really wear makeup, so it's not like I have a lot to do with my face. So I'll just brush my teeth, wash my face, and I'll make a cup of tea, and I'll read a book. It's that simple. 30 minutes. It doesn't matter when I go to bed. As long as I set 30 minutes aside to do those things, like, I'm good. I think that you would be surprised how much more structure you feel like you have when you do little simple things like that. When nothing else may have gone according to plan that day, your morning and evening routine did, because you established that. So that is what I'm trying to establish for this fall, just to be the coziest thing ever. And like, what better way to start this like walking habit and reading tea like in the fall? Like, the fall air is the best air. You literally can't convince me otherwise. So I always want to invite you guys along for the journey. So I want you to comment below what's one habit that you're going to do this fall to set yourself up for 2026. I'll be in the comments chatting with you guys, because that's just my favorite thing to do, is to connect with you guys and talk to you guys. So let me know down below. I honestly cannot wait to see what the season holds for all of us and how the fall treats us this year. I'm just so very, very excited. So until next time, continue to keep showing up for your future self, stay cozy, and I'll see you next time.